On this portion of our morning show, we're talking with Beth McIlquaham, who is Regional Livestock Educator for our area, and the upcoming Driftless Region Beef Conference. Well, good morning again, Beth. Good to see you.
Good morning. Yes, nice to see you too, Phil.
You were here maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago or something like that?
Yes, it's been quite a while now.
You've been busy.
For sure. It's been fun.
Tell us a little bit again about what you do and your role.
Sure. So I work for UW-Madison Division of Extension. I am a regional livestock educator covering Crawford, La Crosse, Richland, and Vernon counties. And mainly what I do is provide programming, educational materials, and things for beef producers, as well as sheep producers, goats, things like that. But primarily I work with beef producers, which is actually what I'm here to talk with you today.
Well, let's talk about that. I know you're really excited about this upcoming conference.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic conference. It's in Dubuque, Iowa, the Driftless Region Beef Conference. It's going to be January 22nd to the 23rd. We've got a bunch of great speakers from all over the U.S. coming to talk about things that are really timely and pertinent to here in the Driftless region if you're a beef producer.
Don't let the dates scare you, because it sounds like you're accepting walk-ins.
Yes, we are accepting walk-ins. And, whether you're walk-in on the day of or you're able to register ahead of time, no matter what, we want you there and we want to be able to see you.
What are the advantages of showing up and being there in person?
Sure. So some of the things that you can learn about and network with, obviously there's the opportunity to be able to network with other beef producers in the Driftless region, whether you're from Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois. All of those extension programs are represented at this conference, as well as producers as well. Other than that, we're going to be talking, one of our keynote speakers is Teresa Steckler. She is going to be talking about ticks and the trouble and staying one step ahead of ticks in our area, especially with the new presence of some parasites and some ticks in our area that maybe we don't want to have lasting impacts and economic impacts on our beef herd. We're also going to talk about a little bit about genetic selection for the right cows if you're the cow-calf producer, and I should say right is in quotes, because what does right look like for you as a beef producer? It's going to look a little bit different to everyone. Someone that I'm really looking forward to hearing speak is Kelly Curry-Raper from the Oklahoma State University. She's going to be talking about marketing your management, how you manage your cows and calves, and how you can market that management at the sale barn for a higher dollar per pound. Additionally, we have Dr. Amy Wertz-Lutz from the Iowa Beef Center. She's going to be discussing considerations for feeding cattle to heavy market weights, as now we can see a high increase in those finishing weights and those market weights on our beef animals. So kind of some considerations to keep in mind when you are feeding those animals to those large numbers. And we actually do have some representation from University of Wisconsin-Madison. Luis, he's going to be talking about silage fermentation and how to minimize losses from some of those undesired microorganisms that kind of live in that silage. Other than that, we're going to have a ton of sponsors, vendors that you can network with, learn about their products or services that they provide in the Driftless area. And other than that, you just hear and network with some great speakers. We're also going to be having Thursday evening, a bullpen. It'll kind of be a moderated panel discussing reinvesting your money in the ranch. Beef producers are in a potential right now to maybe have, I don't want to say extra money lying around because there's no such thing as extra money, right? But maybe we're in a little bit more of a profitable term. And so if we can take that money and reinvest it into our ranch to make things easier if and when the market dips, that's going to be a great strategy to keeping your beef production sustainable over the long term.
Sounds like plenty of opportunities, Beth, to ask questions.
Yeah, of course. Definitely tons of opportunities to ask questions, whether you're a cow-calf producer, you work in the feedlot sector, or you're all of the above as well.
Sounds good. And it's a good time of year because, I'm thinking that, winter time's a good time to kind of make plans for 2026, right?
Oh, for sure. And prepping for the upcoming calving season, or maybe you're thinking about how you want to be managing your pastures this summer. Right now, maybe we have a little bit more downtime, or maybe we're preparing for the upcoming things. Now's the great time to ask questions, prepare for those things, and think about the future.
What do the numbers look like for beef farms around southwest Wisconsin? Are they pretty good right now? Are they increasing? How do you see it?
Yeah, it is hard to get into a beef cattle production right now just because it's buying animals. They're pretty expensive right now, which if you're already in the market and you're a cow-calf producer and you're producing some nice animals, you're probably seeing some pretty good payouts right now. But overall, we're holding pretty steady. The number of beef animals is starting to go down, and hopefully we see some of cow-calf producers holding some heifers back to be able to up the cow herd numbers in the future. But overall, across the United States and in Wisconsin, we are seeing quite a bit of a low of beef through our beef cattle numbers, which is why we are seeing those high prices and some kind of extreme market conditions that we haven't seen in a long, long time. Definitely before I was born.
Which wasn't that long ago, by the way. It's an opportunity, though, to kind of get the latest, in terms of feeding properly. And you mentioned the tick problem, kind of getting ahead of the curve there a little bit. Good opportunity to stay on top of things, isn't it?
For sure. With the Asian longhorn tick showing up in Iowa, we have to be prepared here in Wisconsin and across the Midwest just in case that turns into a more serious issue than it is now. And we always want our producers to be educated to be able to prevent those diseases. And also, if you have a problem on your farm, we want to be able to give you the resources to be able to tackle it as best you can so you can get back to doing things regularly and making some more money, hopefully.
Can you talk about anything else coming up this year as we look ahead in 2026, Beth?
Sure. So UW-Madison is offering a couple of different educational opportunities for beef producers this winter and into the spring. At the moment, next week, actually, we start our School for Beginning Beef Producers. So maybe you are new to beef production, maybe you are a dairy farmer who's switching to beef production, or maybe you're just curious about maybe getting into it if you have the money to be able to afford these animals right now. We do have, it's a 3-week course, and it's online, it's free. The Zoom sessions are from 7 to 8:30 p.m. starting next Tuesday, and we'll continue Tuesdays and Thursdays for 6 sessions. So 3 weeks. We talk about marketing, we talk about biosecurity, herd health, how to choose the right cows. It's pretty focused on cow-calf, but we also talk about feedlots, stockers, grazing, all that good stuff. And so it kind of gives you a well-rounded education so you're prepared about going into the beef industry and what that might look like for you.
Where do people go to sign up for such a thing?
Sure. Any events that I talk about today can all be found on livestock.extension.wisc.edu. So we have a website and it houses all of our educational materials, whether it be articles, videos, fact sheets that we put out, as well as notifications about upcoming events. One other event that I do want to plug real quick is our monthly beef webinar roundup series. In December, we had Dr. Ron Gill come and talk about handling facilities, and actually last Thursday evening, we had Dr. Jessica Sperber talk about growth promoting technologies. Next month, we do have a tick expert coming to talk from Kansas State University. She's going to share with us, some more preventative measures for ticks and what we can do with these little creatures that, might encroach on our lives a little bit here. So that will be in February, and you can sign up for that also at livestock.extension.wisc.edu.
Do you get a little itchy when they're talking about ticks? Or?
I've been around them quite a while, and it does make me a little paranoid, I won't lie. So I'm hoping to be able to not have to, talk about ticks all the time in the next few years here.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, get ahead of it a little bit.
Yeah.
So do you have an office here locally?
Sure, I do. My main office is in Vernon County in Viroqua, but I do travel down to the Richland County Extension office, which is currently being housed in the old UW Richland Center campus. But we will be moving to the Health and Human Services building here in just a little bit. But that move is upcoming, so we're not quite there yet. So we're still at in Melville Hall on the old UW Richland campus.
And a certain day or certain hours?
Yep, we are open from Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Jenny is our support staff there. She's amazing. She's there all the time. If you ever want to set up a time to meet with me, if I'm not there, you can set up a time. You can ask her if you can set up a time. Otherwise, you can always contact me. My email is my first name, BETH, .McIlquaham, MCILQUHAM, @wisc.edu, or you can give me a call at 608-632-0599.
Where are you from originally again, Beth?
I'm actually from Chippewa Falls, which is up kind of near Eau Claire. That's where I grew up, and my dad had some beef cattle, and I grew up around all sorts of animals, from horses to pigs to goats and chickens, and I just decided I wanted to keep talking about animals the rest of my life.
So it made you well versed for your career, didn't it?
Yes, I get to talk about all sorts of management techniques, and I like to eat beef, so this is a good fit.
Yeah, that reminds me too of the upcoming session here for the Driftless Legion Beef Conference. Are they going to be serving beef there?
Yes, they will be.
Will they?
Yep,
Okay.
we'll have some beef for dinner for sure on Thursday night. I can't quite remember what the menu is for breakfast on Friday morning, but we usually try to incorporate beef into most meals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm guessing chicken probably wouldn't go so much at this conference, right?
Probably a less desired option, but still good. I'm still here for chicken. Just ate some for lunch today, so
Awesome.
perfect.
No problem. So again, final push, talk about this and how people can be a part of it, where it's at and what time it starts.
Yeah, so the Driftless Region Beef Conference, again, January 22nd through the 23rd in Dubuque, Iowa. You can register ahead of time. You can check out livestock.extension.wisc.edu for more information on registration and information. Otherwise, you can also register on site when you get there. It'll be in Dubuque, Iowa at the Grand River Center. So we hope to see you there, and it's a great opportunity to ask questions, network with other beef producers, and see kind of what's the happening thing in the beef industry.
Let's say someone can't come this Thursday, but maybe they can come Friday. They can do that as well.
Yeah, of course. If you can only come Friday or only come Thursday, that works too. Come join us for as much time as you can.
Thanks for stopping by and seeing us today.
Perfect. Yes. Thank you, Phil.
You bet. Beth McIlquaham joining us, Regional Livestock Educator here on WRCO's Morning Show.